I absolutely would like to apologize for Ms. McMillan for my horrific decision of offering her a hotel room.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to look into a case that's a couple years old but has just reached a settlement. This here is Erich Fritz, a former Covert Township police officer who forced himself on Melissa McMillan during and after a traffic stop. Melissa McMillan, as you guys will hear in the upcoming video, was at a bar, was too intoxicated to drive, had a friend drive her car home, and didn't know that he was actually intoxicated as well, and was arrested for a DUI. Melissa, being the passenger, was taken by Erich Fritz to a hotel room, and then to another hotel room. 2 hotel rooms. I don't know why, don't ask me. But during her false imprisonment, she was not only harassed, but advanced upon and finally assaulted. Now, back in 2017, Erich Fritz had the false imprisonment charges dismissed as he pled no contest, but it was only dismissed as a result of this settlement. Melissa McMillan will receive $105,000 as a result of this settlement as well, and good old Officer Fritz will spend 1 year in jail and 5 years on probation. She not only made claims of false imprisonment, unwanted advances, harassment, and assault, but also violations of her 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. And this right here is the important part. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction to equal protection of the laws. Life, liberty, property. Which kind of goes hand in hand with the false imprisonment. I don't know why exactly they allowed that to be dismissed, but I would say that abducting a drunk woman under the color of law and forcing her into relations with you in a hotel room against her will, without the ability to consent, pretty clear cut. I know a lot of people are going to say that she shouldn't have drank enough to be so inebriated that she was able to be taken advantage of in the way that she did. However, she was with good company. Well, maybe not the guy who drove her car home, but she had made attempts to make herself safe and was only taken advantage of by a police officer. I'm going to show you some of the dash cam footage and some of the court footage here in just a second, but also just let it be known that some of this footage is recorded from a camera aimed at a television inside a courtroom. I can't find the original copies. If you guys can, link it down below. Otherwise, we gotta do with what we got. Now, the next day when McMillan woke up in a hotel room, she called her boyfriend, who had came and picked her up, and they went to a hospital to have an assault kit performed. Fritz had only been a police officer for 2 months and resigned 2 weeks after this incident. The apology that you're about to watch from the officer is, dare I say, comical. He apologizes for offering Miss McMillan a hotel room, but nothing else. Of course, he pled no contest, so he doesn't want to incriminate himself, but I would say it's fairly rude. The city of Township was also named in the lawsuit, and their attorney Gus Morris maintains they did nothing wrong. They were named in the suit for failing to properly train its personnel, but Morris says that there was nothing that they could have done to train their police officer better. Well, maybe some better background checks before you hire them. He also says that Township would have won the case, but the insurance company elected to settle to forego the cost of further litigation. Van Buren County and the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office were both original parties to the lawsuit as well, but were eventually dismissed from the case. Luckily for the taxpayers in this incident, all of the funds for the settlement will come entirely from the Michigan Township Participating Plan, which is their insurance company. But enough of the tea, let's watch the videos.
Are you paying something now?
Yes, my friend Melissa said she's going to get a hold of her friend Joe.
Okay, well, put it this way. You got about less than 5 minutes for her to make that decision. If not, I'm going to probably impound in your car and you can go to his house, okay?
Oh my God, please.
Alright?
And she said he's an open minister.
Did you put your pants on? Where you going to put your pants on?
Please tell me right now. Melissa said he was.
I don't know. Are you going to put your...
God.
Do you have a problem with me looking in the car to make sure there's no marijuana so I can smell it?
Honey?
Can I look in your car and make sure there's no marijuana?
Oh my God, you can look in this car. I am a nurse.
Okay.
There's nothing
Can
in
you
there.
do me a favor and stand right about here for me? Where my light is?
Yes.
Can you stand or can you not? You were going to be putting them on a couple minutes ago, so
No, I had a skirt on.
where's your skirt at?
I don't know, it's in this car, but I was driving. He was driving. I was driving.
Your skirt is in the car? I cannot see a
I
skirt
know,
anywhere.
I don't either. What did he say?
Okay. Do me a favor. Come on, stand out here for me, all right, Melissa?
Look.
Then I'm going to kick that shoe. There you go. That'd probably be better here. I'll throw your shoe on the floor for you.
Yeah,
You can just leave that there. That's fine. Do me a favor. Hang on.
Ex-husband.
Hang on. Right there in the corner of the car for me, okay?
That's okay.
That's all right. There's no reason for you to be sorry. I heard you.
Hold it for my shirt. I don't.
If I bring you a highly intoxicated chick, did you drop her off in the hotel for me so she can get a hotel room? This dude picked this chick up from the bar, okay? She's just slam wasted. He's a 179, so he's going. But she doesn't want to go to his house.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Alright. Come on with me. Come on, Melissa. I need you to hop out.
Yes, sir. Let me get my stuff.
You got everything?
Yes, I'm okay.
Alright.
Look here. Look at makeup.
It's right next to you. Right there.
Okay, here it is, sir.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I know, you even misplaced it. Come on with me. I know. You'll get it straightened out. You'll get it straightened out. I need you to come with me, Melissa.
I know you need me to get out of this car right now.
I know you.
I'm going to see you right now. I hope I'm my cigarettes because I'm stuck in the room right now.
I'll get you.
I'm sorry, I'm calling you.
That's okay.
Just a call to officer.
Tell me what your first recall is after leaving Captain Lou's.
It's so hard to remember because everything is so blurry and being on the side of the road,
You do remember that?
very, very vaguely, yes.
Lay down in one of the beds that was in that room.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember doing that, or?
No.
Okay. Did there come a point in time, or do you have any memory of the officer returning to the hotel room?
No.
Okay. When is your next memory of seeing the officer there in the hotel room, if at all?
The next memory I have is he was on top of me. Having intercourse.
And sir, you are Erich Fritz,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're here today with your attorney, Mr. Grable. Have you had a full and complete opportunity to consult with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that you face today a possible maximum penalty of 15 years in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you ready for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
As a police officer who took an oath to protect and serve the community, what you did to me was wrong. You raped me. You knew I was highly intoxicated, yet you used that as a selfish opportunity. My life has been forever changed. Every aspect of my life has been affected. My children have struggled. My friends, family, and loved ones have watched me through a year of hell. I can't see a police vehicle without feeling fear or be reminded of what happened. I made a poor decision to have too many drinks, putting myself in a vulnerable position. I don't remember leaving the bar that night, but my friends had arranged for another person to drive my car as I was far too intoxicated. I had no idea the driver was also intoxicated and would get pulled over by a police officer.
Mr. Fritz, anything you wish to tell me?
Yes, Your Honor. First, I'd like to apologize to my friends and family who I've actually let down. I'd also like to apologize for my coworkers who I embarrassed by my decisions. I'd also like to apologize to the people of Covert Township for my actions that night. And I absolutely would like to apologize for Ms. McMillan for my horrific decision of offering her a hotel room. I never should offer her a hotel room in the first place. It never should happen. I never should put her in that situation.
Thank you, sir.
You took a law enforcement oath of honor to protect and to serve and to uphold the highest of ethical standards. Instead, you preyed upon and exploited and damaged a woman who was entirely helpless due to excessive intoxication. Even more disturbing to this court is the fact that you used your badge and the authority and power it grants you as a means to implement your criminality. You betrayed her, you betrayed your fellow officers, you betrayed mightily the public trust all of us had in you.
For sentencing, do you still wish to waive your right to lawyer for sentencing today? Thank you. And have you had this?
You know, there's a family behind here. An unfair, you know, it's a year and 5 probation. It's not going to compare to what my mom has gone through, what our family has gone through, what we've lost in a year. We've bonded in a year, we've gotten closer, but I'm thankful that they took this seriously and that what needed to get done got done. It's out there, and he's not going to be a police officer anymore.
That's it, everybody. Just another case of somebody abusing their power. It's extremely disturbing what people will do with it, and the lengths people will go to get it. All we can do is continue to fight back. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment, share, and check out the links below for other ways to support the channel. Thank you for your time. I will see you in the next one.